The immediate impulse to defect was Bangladesh crisis, which was described by American correspondents as Islamic grassroots revolution, which is absolute baloney. There was nothing to do with Islam, and there was no grassroots revolution. Actually, there are no grassroots revolutions, period. Any revolution is a byproduct of a highly organized group of conscientious and professional organizers, but has nothing to do with grassroots. In Bangladesh, it was nothing with grassroots. Most of the Awami League party members, Awami League means People's Party, were trained in Moscow in the High Party School. Most of the Mukti Fauj leaders, Mukti Fauj in Bengali means People's Army, same as SWAPO and all kind of liberation armies all over the world, the same bunch of useful idiots. They were trained at Lumumba University and various centers of the KGB in Simferopol, in Crimea, and in Tashkent. So when I saw that Indian territory is being used as a jumping board to destroy East Pakistan, I saw myself thousands of so-called students traveling through India to East Pakistan, through the territory of India, and Indian government pretended not to see what's going on. They knew perfectly well, the Indian police knew it, the intelligence department of Indian government knew it, the KGB of course knew it, and the CIA knew it. This is a huge school under the direct control of the KGB and Central Committee, where future leaders of the so-called national liberation movements are being educated and selected carefully. And some of them have absolutely, this for example is a group of students from Lumumba. They don't look like students at all. They look more like military, and that's exactly what they were. They were dispatched back to their countries to be leaders of the so-called national liberation movements, or to be translated into normal human language, leaders of international terrorist groups. Another area of activity when I was working for the Novosti was to accompany groups of so-called progressive intellectuals, writers, journalists, publishers, teachers, professors of colleges. You can see me here in Kremlin. I'm second on the left, with a group of Pakistani and Indian intellectuals. Most of them pretended they don't understand that we are actually working on behalf of the Soviet government and the KGB. They pretended that they are actually being guests, VIP intellectuals, that they are treated according to their merits and their intellectual abilities. For us, they were just a bunch of political prostitutes.
China's commitment to this part of the world. The Chinese foreign minister hurries to Pakistan to give his support to Afghan refugees against their enemy and his, the Soviet Union. And no wonder China is alarmed and angered at these developments. She's already directly confronted by a hostile Soviet Union. Indochina is in the Soviet camp. The Soviet occupation of Afghanistan came as no surprise to General Zia, and he, for one, has no doubt of the Soviet objective in the region.
Their eyes are on the warm waters, and they want to occupy the Gulf. And whosoever occupies the Straits of Hormuz occupies the Gulf. They're only 350 miles now from the Strait of Hormuz. And it is not very, you don't have to have such a sharp brain to see as to what are their assessments.
General Zia provides a candid assessment of China's military assistance to Pakistan.
China has been giving us a good deal of military hardware. They will continue to do so, but China has limitations. And with Chinese limitations not only in the field, not only in the quantitative field, but also in the technological field. And we realize those difficulties.
In the immediate aftermath of Afghanistan, Pakistan has been looking for weapons that China cannot supply. And in the atmosphere of a new Cold War, it's the Americans who have been happy to help. Ending years of arms embargo, President Carter's National Security Advisor, Dr. Brzezinski, leaves Pakistan after confirming the new relationship.
अब तक आपा साहब ने ये अंदोहनाक खबर सुन ली होगी कि सदर ममलिकत जनरल मोहम्मद ज़िया उल हक साहब का आज से पहर हवाई हादसे में इंतकाल हो गया।